Okay guys, gotta be honest with something. Not all YouTubers make a bunch of money. So yes, GasDiesel Garage is gonna have to sacrifice some stuff to raise money for my Honda build here. My Honda Prelude, that is. And like I said, to build it how I want to build it, I need a bunch of money. And the wife ain't gonna give me a bunch of money to do this, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice something. And what better thing to sacrifice than my 2002 Mercedes-Benz motor that I blew. I don't know if you guys remember, but I had a 2002 Mercedes-Benz C230 Sport that I cut the roof off of and took it to CarMax, but CarMax didn't want to buy it for some reason with no roof or no windshield. Wonder why they wouldn't want a vehicle with no windshield and no roof. But anyways, I saved the transmission out of it because that's going to be saved for another build I'm going to do. But I blew the motor in it. Now, the motor, let me show you. The motor is pretty much all aluminum. And all of this is recyclable, by the way. And I can actually cash that stuff in for cash. Cash it in for cash. I guess that sounded right. Cash it in for cash. Whatever. Anyways, let me show you what can be recycled, cashed in, to make some money. Now, yes, I got bored, so I decided just to take it all apart. I mean, the intake, get money for that. You could take the whole wiring harness, get money for that. The motor mounts, the valve covers, the heads, the water pump, of course, another motor mount, and all these little things like the tensioner and the water pump, the thermostat housing. You get another valve cover, even the starter and even the alternator, AC compressor, and of course the oil pan and the mid pan, and even the bolts. So come on, take a ride with me, and let's see how much they'll give me for it. Well, alright, I bet you guys are wondering exactly how much I got off of all that junk. And believe it or not, it's not that bad. Here, well, I don't want to show you the company that I sent it to, or gave it to, because they're not sponsoring this episode of GasDiesel Garage, so they don't get no acknowledgements. So let's see. We got, here, let me see if I can do this. Got 230 $233, if you can see that. Well, $233 more I got to spend on the Prelude. So let's get back to the shop and see what I can spend that money on. Now, the last video I had problems trying to start this thing, and I have an idea of what it is, but let me just show you what's going on. Inquiring minds want to know. That don't sound good. Now it's time to tear the engine apart and see what's going on. Now there's two things I want to check on why this thing won't start. The way it sounds like the timing belt might be popped, or the flywheel or flex plate, if you will, that's probably pretty much cracked and not spinning. That's what I think it is. It's one of those two things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that valve cover off, and we're going to spin the engine by hand on the crank to see if the cams spin and the belt spins. So let's do that now. Well, okay, now we have access to the cams and the belt. The belt so far doesn't look like it's messed up. I mean, it actually looks fairly new. But we're gonna take our long extension on that 3/4 bolt, and we're gonna turn this thing by hand to make sure everything is copacetic and turning. So let me put this right here, right on the cams, and let's see if I can turn this thing. All right. Okay, well, that looks pretty good. All right, good tension. Let me turn it. You can see it from the bottom. Ooh, that didn't sound good. Well, now we know that the timing belt is good. So now it's on to checking the flywheel. And good thing with Hondas is that you can check the flywheel without even dropping the transmission. Let me show you. All right, you see this little hole right here? You probably can't see it because I have a crappy light, but right down through here you can see the flywheel. What we're gonna do is take a screwdriver and we're gonna move the flywheel like this. You can actually hear it. Now that's just, the cams should be spinning. It's obviously not. I'm just totally turning this thing. Well, looks like we get to drop the transmission and put a flywheel in it. But actually, that's a good thing because I want to upgrade the clutch anyway. So why don't I just put on order the clutch and the flywheel and do it all at one time. So now we got to get to work and drop this day on transmission. It's not that bad.